Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2020 VW Tiguan. This one is the highest trim, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the headlight, tail lights, and the interior lighting of this VW Tiguan. So coming to the front, I have the daytime running light on, and they look really nice. It's basically a one LED strip that has a really nice design to it, and then inside around the tail light you will have basically a halo looking LED, and it just looks really good, and it just gives the SUV a really nice mean aggressive look. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the low beam and show you the high beam and the turn signals. So I just turned on the low beam, and the low beam looks really good and bright. It's basically sitting in a projector tube, and the amount of brightness it has is very good. And I really like the slim design of the actual housing. It just looks really good. So I just turned on the high beam, and the high beam is next to the low beam. It's sitting in a reflector that looks really good, and probably it's really hard to see now since it's very bright, but it just looks really good inside, and it has a good amount of light. But let me go ahead and turn on the turn signals and show you how the turn signals look like. Coming to the turn signals are nice and bright. They're basically an LED strip. So coming to the bottom, this is not a fog light, but it does serve as a corner light when you turn on the signals, and when you take a right or left turn, it will turn on. So that's a really nice touch that VW does. And then coming to the side, you will have a side marker, which is really nice and bright. Another thing about the low beam moves left and right, which is very good, and I really like the fact that it moves left and right. Here you will have turn signal indicators on the mirror, and they're all LED, and they look really nice. So coming to the back, everything is nice and LED in the back. I like the design of the tail lights. They look really nice, and I just really like the overall design of this Tiguan, and the lights look really nice. Coming to the side, you will have a side marker that is lit, and the turn signals and the reverse light are LED as well. And of course the license plate, as you guys see, they're nice and LED. The trunk of the SUV, there is going to be a button right here on the tailgate to close the tailgate. It's nice and backlit. And then there's another light that has basically a clear cover, and the other side is just a red cover. The clear one is basically going to shine on the ground, and the other one is basically just to show that the tailgate is open, which is very good. So coming inside the trunk, there is a good amount of light covering everywhere, but I just hate the fact that the light is not LED. But the light is doing a great job covering basically everywhere. It looks even brighter in person, but most of the light is shining right here, but there is a good amount of light shining everywhere, and it's not that bad back here. I wish there was another light on the other side, but as I said, there is a good amount of light back here, and I really like the amount of brightness this halogen light is giving. So before going in, the mirror has a light underneath it. When you unlock the car, the mirror will open, and then the light will turn on just like that, and the light is LED, and it's very nice and bright. So coming down here, you will have a nice LED light strip that is nice and dim, and then coming up here you will have another light that is a footwell light that is nice and pretty bright. So coming inside the Tiguan, it looks really nice in here. Everything looks really nice, and I like the fact that everything is backlit in white. Coming to the door, you will see a really nice LED ambient lighting right here, and it looks really nice. It just gives the door a really nice look. I don't think I've seen any car does it this way. Most of them usually have it underneath or hidden. This one is basically one long LED line strip. And then coming to the door handle has an LED light inside. Coming to the window switches, everything is nice and backlit and very easy to use, and they just look really good. Coming right here, you will have the headlight controls, and then in the bottom you will have another ambient lighting that is white, and I believe you could change the colors. Coming all the way in the bottom, you will have another button for the tailgate, And then coming up here, you will have a really nice looking steering wheel that will have a really nice backlit buttons. Everything is very easy to read and understand at night. I just love the fact that everything is nice and backlit. Coming to the right of the steering wheel, you will have more buttons right here, and everything just looks really good. And coming to the gauges look really nice at night. And then coming to the screen, you will have a really nice looking screen that is nice and well lit. You will have buttons on the side. Everything just looks really nice and has a good amount of light. Even the buttons, they are backlit, or the volume buttons and the seek buttons are actually backlit, which is very good. Up here you will have the emergency lights and the airbag light up there. Coming down here you will have a really nice looking climate control. It's very nice and everything just looks really nice. And then coming down here you will have the engine start stop. And coming to the gear shifter, you will have of course the park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Everything is nice and backlit. And then you'll have the electronic e-brake. And then all the way to the right you will have an engine stop button. It basically will turn off the engine when you're stopped. And then you'll have a 360 view camera, and if you hit that, it will basically display the 360 cameras around the SUV. And then coming here you'll have a drive mode selector, which is very good. And I like the fact that it shows it on the screen. When you change the drive modes, it shows what mode you are in, so you don't really have to physically look at the selector or the drive mode. You could just look at the screen and see what's being changed. I'm not exactly sure why VW doesn't do it on the dash when you change the modes, but it's really cool that it displays on the screen, not like any other cars. But everything looks really nice in here, and I really like the amount of light in this SUV. So coming to the mirror is frameless and it has one light. Basically it will tell you the direction you're heading. And then coming up here you will have buttons that will show the light controls, and all the buttons are nice and backlit. This is the button to turn on of course the left side, and the other button is to turn the right side. And I like the fact that everything is nice and LED, and of course it's expected for a highest trim that you could get in the Tiguan. But anyways, there is a separate button for rear, and that basically will turn all the lights in the back. And there is actually a good amount of light everywhere, and I just really like the brightness of them. Anyways, you will have a couple controls, a couple buttons right here. You will have the sunroof button or controls. Coming up here, you will have the SOS and roadside assist. And those white seats are making the interior even more brighter with those nice LED lights. So it looks really nice, and I really like the amount of light going everywhere. There's a good amount on the ground, and there's a good amount on the seat. And in the back, there is a good amount as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the back and show you the rest of the SUV. So coming to the back door, there's going to be a window switch, and the window button is backlit, which is very good. Coming inside, you will have a good amount of light in the back seat, and I like the fact that everything back here is LED, and the lights are going to be located on the sides of the vehicle instead of the middle, since this one have the panoramic sunroof. But the back brightness is really good, and I really like the fact that the light is going everywhere. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank Mark and VW Heart for providing me this Tiguan. I'm gonna go ahead and put their link in the description, and if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.